What up, ladies and gentlemen? So today we are going to be doing Jupiter in the sign of Scorpio. And what happens when Jupiter comes into the sign of Scorpio in your horoscope? Well, first of all, what is the sign of Scorpio? Sign of Scorpio represents the complete assholes of the world. No, come on. I kid the Scorpios. They're the nicest people in the world. No, really. Scorpios is just a very intense sign. Why is it intense? Because it's always trying to dig deep for things. It's trying to dig deep for the hidden truth. It's trying to dig deep for the hidden secrets. It's very intense and passionate. Like Scorpio is a sign that whatever planet is placed in here, your things related to that planet will intensify. So if Sun is placed in Scorpio, your whole personality, your life being becomes about just digging for things. Your personality is very secretive personality. You don't tell people too many things about yourself. So Scorpio becomes that. Scorpio is digging deep for the truth. It's about the occult and mysterious side of life. Because Scorpio is represented by the 8th house of the zodiac, which is the occult science, which is the science of the deep, science that you cannot understand, the unknown. So that's what Scorpio represents. It's very passionate and sexual sign because 8th house is also, it represents or controls your genitals. So Scorpio being the original, controller of the 8th house controls this no matter where he goes. So they have that knowledge of seduction, how to seduce somebody, how to dig deep into a person's life and bring about their secrets and attract the person towards him. Some people would do that and they'll repel the other person by digging their secrets. But the Scorpio knows the art of digging deep and bringing certain secrets out, which will draw the person towards them. Okay, so then you put Jupiter here. Jupiter is what? Jupiter is the divine knowledge. Jupiter is the divine intelligence. Jupiter is your knowledge, your ability to guide people and be guided. It is a preacher. It is a preacher within you. Okay. Some people are not good preachers. Some people are very good preachers, as in good teachers or not. That all depends on Jupiter. And just because you're not doing it professionally doesn't mean that you're not a teacher. No, you'll be a teacher for your son or daughter. You'll be a teacher to your little brother or little sister. You will guide them. But how you guide them, will they praise your guidance, depends on how good Jupiter is in your chart. So if you're a good teacher, if you're able to simplify things with people, your Jupiter is very good in your chart. Okay, so that's what Jupiter is. And so when Jupiter comes into the sign of Scorpio, here Jupiter is now in the house of Scorpio, meaning the landlord of the Scorpio is Mars. Okay, that intense Mars. So now Jupiter has to live by the rules of the landlord. The landlord says this is the house of Scorpio and it's a very secretive sign. You're going to have to dig deep for things. You're going to have to use your intense secretive power to gain what you want to gain as a planet. So Jupiter, who has knowledge, who signifies knowledge and intelligence, now has to dig deep to gain knowledge. Now has to go beneath the surface to learn the knowledge, which means what? Jupiter becomes a mystic in the sign of Scorpio. So people who are like astrologers, numerologists, psychic, tantric expert, witchcraft, whatnot, Jupiter now governs this. Jupiter is now forced to learn the knowledge of the deep, learn the knowledge of the secrets. So now, in the regular world also, this can mean somebody who's a marine diver, somebody who goes and explores the hidden, the deep secrets, like James Cameron and his team wants to explore Titanic. Now, don't quote me saying that James Cameron has Jupiter in Scorpio or not. I don't know that. I'm just trying to give you an example. Somebody like this, somebody who wants to go deep into the water. Because why? Scorpio is a water sign. Deep water sign. Not as deep as Pisces, but still deep. It's dark. And that's where they like to dive in. So your knowledge, your intelligence is all about either finding the mystical secrets of life or digging deep for the hidden truth and exposing people based on that. Which represents what also? Knowledge to investigate and find the hidden truth, meaning that investigator. Government secret spy who goes out and finds the hidden truth about the other government and passes on to their own government. That's what Jupiter and Scorpio does. Here, their entire being, when they preach, they're going to preach in a style where they're bringing out the secrets. If they are going to teach you something, they'll say, you know what, no, what you're learning is not the real truth. Let me show you the real truth. So they'll dig deep into secrets and pull out and give it to you. Like, oh yeah, see this? See what the government is doing on the surface? No, that's not right. Look, here, I'll tell you from the beneath the surface, the Rockefellers are controlling the government, and the reptilians are running the government, or like the government has the UFOs or the alien contacts, and they're merging with each other's republics and doing something. And I'm going in a very weird tangent here, but that's what Jupiter does. Jupiter signifies your knowledge, what you learn and what you preach. Your learning and your preaching becomes very secretive. These guys becomes very intense in business. Like if Jupiter does business, he will be able to really be intensify his energy, dig deep the truth about the opponent or the competitor business, and put dirt on them. So Jupiter is not really happy here also, because Jupiter is like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to play this dirty game. But Jupiter is forced to play the dirty game because he's living in the house of Scorpio ruled by Mars, and he has to abide by his rules. So as much as Jupiter tries not to do that, Jupiter still finds himself in there. He's like, okay, I won't really try to manipulate you, but what I'll do, if I have to dig up for the truth, I'll dig up for the truth that won't hurt anybody. Which is what? Just exploring things, or finding just the hidden secrets, meaning that learning about the mystical science, learning about astrology, learning about numerology, learning about palmistry, reading, anything that the world thinks is like hidden in the underground, they'll just dig up that, but they will not use it against somebody unless the landlord is in a weak position. So let's say if Mars is with Rahu, or Mars is debilitated, or Mars is sitting in one of the Dhisthana houses, then Jupiter's energy becoming really manipulative and really malicious. And also one thing you got to remember, if you're a female, you're going to be attracting somebody as a husband who is a very intense, secretive personality, who will try to hide a lot of his past from you. And he could be either a very intense businessman, police officer, detective, or he might be into the mystical world himself. You could marry somebody who is a psychic. You can marrying somebody who's into any kind of like the occult aspect of this world. Or if in a real world sense, you can get somebody who is like, detective, police officer, government secret agent, or somebody who digs deep for things. They could also be like a scuba divers. So anything related to, in the realm of Scorpio, you will not only attract, but you will marry that kind of a guy, because Jupiter is a husband in astrology. So then Jupiter will use those secrets to throw at his opponent and say, I know everything about you. You better not mess with me. So you see, I know everything about you, because Jupiter is knowledge. All right, so that's what Jupiter does in the sign of Scorpio. So ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your Jupiter is placed in the true astrological degrees and what conjunction it's having, check out the link below. Check out my books there, Astrology at the Speed of Light and Conjunctions at the Speed of Light. And when you get those books, I will send you the link to look at your own chart. Just make sure you follow the directions below. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. As always, bye-bye.